Hey guys, not on camera this week, feeling a bit under the weather, so probably going to keep it a little short and just do mostly the stills this time. Anyway, the How to Train Your Dragon movies, they're pretty good, right? They're good, but they're also not, so good that you really remember them all that well until there's a new one, and then you go, oh yeah, these are pretty good, aren't they? They're not Pixar good, but they're also not Shrek instantly dated or Illumination irritating. They're solid, well put together. You can't really complain about them too much. The first one was really good and kind of came out of nowhere. The second one was really just about as good, but not really surprising at that point, and part 3 actually tries to be a real ending to one of these family franchise things instead of just promising to go on forever. How often do you see that? And then again, that's probably for the best, since even though it's once again about as good as the other two, yeah, you can feel it kind of running out of gas all the same. Picking up about right where the last one left off, young Viking chieftain Hiccup is still trying to make the whole human-dragon coexistence thing work out in practical terms, while alternately inching toward or bracing against more adult responsibilities like marrying girlfriend Astrid and thinking long-term about non-dragon related infrastructure. Things get disrupted in a hurry when the good guys' dragon trapper enemies call out an infamous dragon hunter out of retirement to launch a direct assault on the community, complicated further by the discovery of a female from the rare Night Fury species of Hiccup's dragon Toothless, forcing both to confront the notion that they may not be destined to be together forever after all. Ultimately, circumstances force the good guys to undertake a mass relocation of the Viking civilization itself, while Hiccup renews his late father's once abandoned quest for the so-called Hidden World, a fabled entrance to the subterranean realm where dragons are said to have originated and maybe where they need to now return. You can probably plot the story out in your head from there. Character arcs are completed, story threads are wrapped up, callbacks are called back to, lessons are learned about loss and growth, letting go, growing up, and how to tell when your pre-production team spent perhaps too many story meetings solemnly nodding back and forth about whether or not this or that moment made it our Toy Story 3. As in previous installments, the film is at its most interesting when it's focused on incidental character interactions, most dynamic when indulging in surprisingly slick fantasy action visuals like the armor, the dragons in flight, and Hiccup's flaming sword, but immediately gets lesser in both directions whenever it tries to build suspense around the generic threats and boring one-dimensional villains. The new value-added treat this time around are the dialogue-free sequences where Toothless tries awkwardly to figure out how to relate to his own would-be love interest, which don't necessarily break any new character or storytelling ground, but prove a showcase for the animator's excellent character work, even though it does keep to the pretty basic idea that Toothless is more of a gigantic cat than anything else. As I said up front, not necessarily something to write home about, but a solid feature that will likely prove satisfying conclusion for fans who've stuck with it since the beginning. 3 stars, check it out.